what's going on, guys? Gokuzemi here. I'm here with my friend Michael West, who actually topped our Winamat Spellground tournament here at Easy Gaming in North Carolina. What were you on today, Michael?
I was on ABC Therion.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. All right. What place you got?
I got third. Fire King's a pretty good deck in the format right now, and Vanadium kind of whooped me on was it
Top
Cut? Yeah, it wasn't prepared. I was prepared for more fire over Vanadium. So
nice. Let's get right into it.
So we're gonna start with the Union pieces. I cut this down from last time, so we play 2A, 2B. This was at 3, and 2C. So that's still standard. We then go for the revolutions. Obviously, really good with the field spells, synchroing off the pieces to get some card advantage, and then just Ancient Fairy, popping field, adding new field.
It's a consistency
It's a very
piece.
consistency piece.
And it also gets you the Crystal Wing, so you get the monster negate and play around Nibiru.
Yeah, really good for playing around. The Therions, I play 2.
You always draw this versus me, bro.
I always draw these versus you, and it's always really good. Just the fact that you can target a piece engrave and special it from this, it's just like it's such a free body.
It's a negate while it's also an extender.
Well,
it's
like, an extender too, and depending on what piece you got in the grave, you can easily play around an imperm or an active field spell or monster effect. So it keeps them safe, but then also extends me further. The one brick, the Union Driver, the what do we call him? MVP. Call him an MVP.
Now, who is this?
So this is, what's his name again? Carnot, the Eternal Machine. So he's really good for ABC, I feel like, due to the fact that he's a light machine. So any piece can target him and equip or unequip, making him unaffected by trap, spell, or monster effects. Not to mention, well, I guess we'll come back to him in a minute. But just the fact that this card summons itself for free, non-effect special summon, if someone activates a card in the grave or hand at any point of the duel. If he's sent to the grave from field or hand, just from field, he's shuffled back into the deck, so you can see him again. If he's milled, he can special summon him from the grave as well. So with a few other cards in here, he'll come back up. The 3 Union Hangers, really good card. The Discos for the Therions, and so this is kind of interesting here. I play a Pressure Planet for a 6th field spell instead of playing, what do people play? They play Dragon Ravine and then Destrudo, and I feel like those are too cloggy and you don't want to see them at all. Not to mention paying half my life points for a tuner is kind of crazy. Especially
since you can get so easily OTK'd by like fire.
Exactly, yeah, since there's so many decks in the format that can just easily hit you for 4. I'd rather not burn myself, or just even going into time. If that's the only way to get to it, I'm automatically about to lose just about. So there's those. We'll bring him back up for the unauthorized. You can, if your opponent ashes anything you have, and you have this guy in hand, I play a Foolish, so you can Foolish him. You can special summon him, equip him, and equip him with Union Driver. Then do Union Driver effect to go for any piece you need as well. Which you can then also extend with him. I mean, he's not like super good to maintain on the board, but he's just a big body that just kind of demands an answer at a certain point. We play 2 tunings for the Revos. We then play Set Rotation Terraforming to search out the field spell, and that's the other reason I play the Pressure Planet, because I will set Union Hanger, set Pressure Planet to their field, and then if I have Revo in hand, I'll go Ancient Fairy, pop both fields, get the Therion. That way I don't lose. That way I get a field spell I actually want to see, and I don't, lose an opportunity to extend.
Another thing about tuning I wanted to mention is you can actually mill into like a piece you need.
Yeah, you can mill into a piece. You could mill into Mr. Carnot himself here. Again, and then if they activate a monster in hand or grave, I just get a free body. Again, demands an answer because he just gets bigger if they activate an effect on my turn as well. He gains 1,000. 2 Prospies. I don't want to see this more than once per duel because my extra deck is so tight. We play 2 cross outs, and then we'll just call the call by as well here. I don't want to see Droll, I don't want to see Ash, and I don't want to see Imperm on any of my guys. So I feel like the deck just needed something to help shield it a little better. We play the Foolish for a missing piece, for Carnot, or sometimes you, if you got a Therion hand, you send a Therion, equip it, and then you got a 35 beat stick with a negate. We will move to hand traps. We got 3 Ash. I feel like it's a little mediocre, but I still feel like it's kind of a card you have to play.
It feels like so mandatory for matchups. Like, you feel like it's like so bad when you use against things like Snake Eyes Fire King because it doesn't do enough.
It just doesn't do enough. But then
you play one game against Lab and you're like, ugh.
Yeah. 2 Drolls, obvious reasons. I don't want to see it, so I play a second one for the crossout target. But then also Fire. If you see this, it kind of shuts him down. Hopefully it shuts him down. I mean, I've drolled one guy. I went Droll, he went crossout, I went Droll, and he still made what appeared to me full combo. So, a little bit of a struggle there. 2 Fenrir for the Pressure Planet. So you'll add Fenrir off of Pressure Planet, special Fenrir, get another Fenrir. Just help the deck thin out a good bit, but then also that way I'm not playing a dead field spell. We then play 2 Imperm, just to try to keep the deck down as small as I can. I was playing at 1, but I needed it at 2 for crossout target and or just to have another kind of hand trap.
I feel like it's the most versatile hand trap. It doesn't do a whole lot, but it's like when you use it on your
comes up.
Yeah, exactly. And like when you use it on your turn to negate like an actual negate, it's like it's solid. It's super solid. It's 1-to-1 interaction. It's good.
Yeah. The last 2 cards are Super Poly.
Oh, broken card. I love this card so much right now.
Can't respond, take 2 of your opponent's monsters, or fusion off 2 of your opponent's monsters.
Gets rid of Flamberge and Amber Whale or Quetzal. It's really nice.
I mean, it's not bad. And then, I mean, my deck's not too good against it right now, but I can't just summon a piece and be like, all right, Super Poly. We will move to the extra deck. So, the kind of mandatory one, Platinum Gadget. I didn't go into him until the last round in the last game.
Really?
I never went to him at any other point in time.
He feels so mandatory, but
he feels so mandatory. I don't know if he is anymore. Like, I don't know what else I'd put over him, but it's just like, I guess if you got the worst hand you could potentially draw that's still technically playable, you need him. But
so it still feels mandatory at that point because if you only draw engine.
But the thing is, worst case scenario, you're ending on this guy plus Buster Dragon, and in today's formats, that's not enough. Like it really isn't. So I mean, he might just need to come out, but I don't know why he's coming back. But yeah, so we played him. IP. You got Buster Dragon that tags out in the material, so you get a lot of free material off of this. Little Knight, of course, kind of a mandatory card. So the last profile, I was running Baguska and Zeus. I recently took out Baguska for Unicorn. This came up. Not the way you think so, but it still came up. He went Tactics to take. I linked off IP, a couple other guys, and ABC was already unaffected by spells. So I linked off all my stuff, and all he was able to take was this. Kind of shut him down at that point. He wasn't able to do much with it. Since you got so many materials with IP and Buster, you got to play at least an Apo late game. This is pretty good because depending on their hand, if they've got a lot of monster effects that you know of, it kind of shuts them down. Like it stops mostly every effect that they could throw at you. Yeah, you get, you lose attack and all that, but I'd rather put out some negate to prevent them from playing. And then this one is a mandatory. Like if you're playing ABC and have IP, this is a mandatory card. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 materials plus their opponent if you want to link everything off, and you save a piece for future play. Not bad against this format due to the fact that it has a graveyard negate. We'll move to the Synchros, which will be Ancient Fairy. Pretty obvious here. Revo, Peace, Ancient Fairy, pop a field, gain a field.
It's an extender plus a starter. It's really nice.
Time card because it gives you 1,000.
True.
Like, so when it comes to it, if that's your only time card, at least you got something in the deck to play. This was the card I took out, or this is the card I put in over Zeus, along with Unicorn here. It comes up because I feel like if you're playing 3 Revo, you need at least something else to go into. I wish there was a better 7. I need to look around for something better, but he's all right. He, if you don't got a field spell with Revo coming back with its mill effect, at least you're not wasting the Ancient Fairy. And then the reason you play the Revos is to go into Crystal Wing along with the Ancient Fairy. Really good. Negate. We'll go to Fusions. Super poly targets, I play 2, Muddy Mud Dragon and Garura. Muddy Mud Dragon's a fun one because if you super poly off their 2 monsters for Fire King, you get a free level 4 that you can just revo off, and then you can Ancient Fairy pop their field spell, blowing up their board, getting your own field spell. Hardly sticks, but it's something. And then we play 3. Most people like to play 2. 3 just... If you get into a grind game, the 3 just it's unmatched. Like, there's not much you can do with something that can target, banish, and then tag out into material to go into more link monsters or another one of these, or it's just so much profit off of them. And then the final card is Typhon.
That card is crazy.
It's good. Shuts down. I mean, this won my for the top 5. This won me the round or the game. I put in defense, bounced something back. He wasn't able to get over it. Drew, attacked, attack, 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 attack. So there's all of that. We'll move on to the extra deck. This is weird. I don't even like it at this point. After today, we play the 3rd Droll. I didn't want to run 3, but I think I might need to run 3. For the crossout, this is a crossout target mainly. I was more worried about anti-meta floating around today. So this, because any shifter deck like shuts my deck down as well. 2 Bell for Labyrinth and or Fire King. Never saw this card today at once. I cited it in almost every single game. Didn't see it once. 2 Pank instead of Cosmics. I didn't want to lose 1,000 life points, and I also just wanted the body because a little more versatile. If they don't have anything going first, at least, or I guess I can't get a free body. Yeah, no, never mind. Forget about that. Forget about that one.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. So I was also playing 3 Econ. I picked this up today, and I was like, you know what? I gotta at least play it. So, but if I'm playing the 1-of, I need to at least try to extend with this or something. I sided this in 3 times. Didn't see one. Didn't see one. 2 Lightning Storms. 2 Tactics. 2 Tactics in the side, because if I'm going second, I don't want to see Prospy, so I'll put these in.
Okay.
It feels a little better because...
Helps you play through boards.
It helps me play through boards, but then also it's like, I'd rather take the Pot of Greed if they activate a monster effect instead of banishing 6 cards and getting 1. Feels a little better. The Harpy to go with the Lightning Storm. And then 1 Dark Ruler for a crossout target.
All right. So how do you feel about the list overall?
List overall, main deck, I think it's pretty solid. Extra deck, like I said, I need to find something better than him. Like the fact that there's too many link monsters going around and he needs a level 5 to target him or something, or level 5 to target something for him to negate. So he's kind of worthless in my opinion. He's kind of mid. He's kind of mid. He's not worthless, but he's just like not as good as I'd like him to be. I am taking out this and this. I'm gonna add a Bell because I want to see Bell more often, and I'm not sure what the other one's gonna be, but I feel like this is not too much of an impactful card this format.
Okay, is there anyone you want to shout out?
Shout out you.
Thank you.
We'll shout out.
Shout out me.
Shout Tobias. I don't think I got anyone else to shout out.
Not gonna shout out your wife? Holy!
She wasn't here to support me. She doesn't get a shout out.
I'm gonna send this to her. All right. But thank you so much, Michael West. This has been Gokusemi and Michael West signing off. Peace.
We love you, Michael. We love you.
Thank you for being there.
I'll see you guys in the next video.